Hey guys, it's me again. Just came back to give you guys another review on another set of snake tongs that I got. And these ones I have used a lot of times on a lot of different wild snakes. And I must say, I am very impressed with these. And to me, they are actually a lot better than what the ones I had before. And I am still trying to get my own version of snake tongs made, and I finally got the metal that I was after. Now I just gotta get everything else. Anyway, the snake tongs I'm after today, or rather after telling you about, are these guys. I got these off of Amazon, and I didn't know whether or not I was gonna like them. I was wanting to try something else out. I tried the R1 Homes, and they just weren't working out on the grips. I mean, sure, they were getting the job done, but there was just something lacking that I couldn't quite say. And I finally figured it out, and I bought these on a whim, saying, okay, let's see if these are any good. These ones are heavy duty snake tongs, and I will say, noise-wise, they're not near as noisy as the R1 Home. They are heavier though. These ones right here are called the, let's see, Yomray extendable snake tongs. And they said they're wide jaw, but they're really not anything but. So pros and cons with this is the pros, I love them. Love them. These guys, they have the angled grips. These angled grips are actually better than the angled grips I had before. It has the steel bar instead of a steel cable, which I told you guys about before. This guy's got a major hawk bill. Not too keen on that one still, but it hasn't gotten in the way. The angle of the jaws, they're narrow, they're small. They're able to get into those tight spaces. I've had issues with that in the past, and these guys helped with that a lot. And my personal favorite touch, oh yeah, they are extendable. Oh, I love that they're extendable. Oh yes, these guys are almost as tall as me now. Almost, not all the way. But I'm able to, that has saved my bacon more than once. I've had snakes in holes and I would not be able to reach them with normal snake tongs, and I needed longer snake tongs. I have longer ones, but they're the kind that you have to break them in half and then they collapse. And it takes so much time and effort with those ones. And now you're dealing with two separate pieces. So now you're dealing with something that's easily broken. And so I don't like that. Another thing I do love about this is heavy duty. This isn't some cheap aluminum. It's actually much firmer. I've picked up some very heavy rattlesnakes with this and no bend. I've had too many instances where I'm dealing with a heavy rattlesnake and my snake tongs bent on me. I told you about that in my last video, where certain cheap snake tongs, they bend, the stainless steel crap. Well, luckily, these are not stainless steel. These are still a good, stronger aluminum alloy, which I do like. Now, the cons on this guy, they are heavier. They are much heavier. And if you look at the grip up here, this black piece of texture tape, I had to add that. That wasn't on there originally. This handle was way too smooth. It was slipping for me, and I wasn't able to get a good grip. So I got some texture tape and I put that on there. As you can see, I've used it quite a lot. And if you go to my Facebook page, you'll actually see a few videos where I'm using it to reach into buckets or coming out of barns with snakes in tow. And so it's done a great job. Another con I have about this one is that when it's fully extended, the angled grip, as I have learned, is not the greatest grip to have for a long, heavy tong. Pistol grips would be better on a longer one. Now, a lighter weight short like it is now, angle grip is perfect. It's perfect. I love it. I love the angle grips on a short lightweight. Long heavyweight, yeah, I want to go pistol grip. Another problem I've had is actually with these right here. This is probably the number one problem I've got. And no, it's not. It's not that that's loose a little bit. That doesn't mean anything. As soon as I squeeze, it'll stay closed. But rather, the number one problem that I have with them is these giant teeth in here. I know they're blunt, but oh my gosh, that's bad. It's bad. The cool thing about narrow blades like this is that they're able to get a hold of smaller snakes, and smaller snakes really can't do anything at that point. And thanks to the giant beak on here, when it came to larger snakes, I was able to make sure they didn't get away that way, thanks to that larger beak. But it's only because of that larger beak that I got saved in that manner. The teeth on here just make it so difficult to grip snakes and hold on to them. There are two different types of tongs in this regard. If you talk to snake wranglers who've been snake wranglers for years or possibly decades more, they will tell you there's two different types of tongs. There's grabbing tongs and there's holding tongs. These are grabbing tongs. They are not holding. They're not for holding in a spot or holding up for pictures. I mean, I tried doing that with these ones. Don't really want to do it. If I need to reach into somewhere real quick, grab and pull out, yeah, these guys will do that. But I have had too many strong snakes just basically able to manhandle their way out because of the teeth on this guy. So I do not like that. Now, a lot of you'll see on a lot of snake tongs where instead of narrow, it kind of almost makes like a spoon shape. It gets really fat on both ends. And that is good snake tongs for small snakes like copperheads and such. They're very good for holding that because they're very delicate. They're meant for delicately holding and putting the snake first. It's not so much about your safety as much as it is about the snake's safety. So if you own snakes that are small and you gotta transfer them or something, I do recommend the wide paddled ones. But when it comes to the big boys, like we're talking rattlesnakes, we're talking the bigger pythons or whatnot, no. I do not recommend the spoonbill blades on a set of tongs. They do not grip well, and they just do not offer the grip. You would think more grip on there, but it's actually the opposite. You do lose a lot of that extra gripping power on there. I've tried them. They're not so great. I don't own any, and I don't own any for a specific reason. But yeah, I'm going to be altering these because it's gotten to a point where I've had too many that nearly escaped on me because of them. But when it came to the smaller ones, these were perfect. These were perfect. It got hold of them, and they just couldn't budge. They couldn't go anywhere. I was able to work them out of, let's say they were an IV. I've actually had several copperheads. They love the IV. They love going in there because they can blend in so well and not be seen by predators. But they can hook. They can just hook their body on a small piece of grass, and it's almost like, what the frickin' heck? Let go, buddy. And so these ones I was actually able, with the smaller snakes, do that with. I could not do that with the big ones. But again, heavy duty, angled grips, add the texture tape. Trust me, you'll want to do that. And extension. The extension, oh my gosh, I love the extension. I love how this bar doesn't need to be changed. It's good. But yeah, we're gonna have to change that a little bit. Probably cut down on the hawk beak just a little bit, but I'm definitely gonna be swapping this out. Luckily, because the way this guy is set up, you can see he's mostly nuts, bolts, and he's very little in rivets. Probably only right here is where the rivets are. Everywhere else is nuts and bolts. And that means it's adjustable. You can toy with it, you can tinker with it, and help yourself out. These guys right here, they're the only ones that I've ever found that went loose on this guy. And so what I recommend to you is take them out when you first get these, take them out and put some Loctite on them and then put them back in. And you won't have that problem ever again. It's an easy, what, $5 for some Loctite, if that. So yeah, it'll definitely save you in that regard. Again, you got the cherry on top. Storing capacity. No one cares. But, yep. So, after using these a lot, I can honestly say I love these guys, but I'm just going to be altering this at the top. If for the person who, you know, they use this once in a blue moon, you don't got to change anything. It'll get the job done when you need it to get the job done. For the guy that, like me, you're a snake wrangler, you go in helping people constantly with snakes that are suddenly appearing where they're not supposed to be, yeah, you kind of want to step it up, maybe get some slightly better grips on there if you can. I'm working on that right now, trying to see if I can find someone who's got a 3D steel printer. That would be ideal for me, but we'll get that in time. So again, as I introduced myself before in the first video, I was Rattlesnake Joe. However, I have since been rebranded. Welcome to Uncle JoJo's. Yeah, I know, lame name. But I own it. So therefore, you guys have a God-blessed day. And I do recommend you get these on Amazon. Now, here's something else you want to know. I have found several of these being sold by different vendors on Amazon, and the average price I found them was between $80 to over $100. Look closer, guys. Just dig a little deeper, because I found these ones on Amazon, and they're by Yomray, and I got them for 35 bucks. 35. Everyone else is wanting 80 to 100. Dig deeper. You can find the exact same ones for just 35 bucks on Amazon still. You got this. So for all you who are money conscious, definitely go, and I recommend these guys. I've tried other ones before, as you know in my previous video, and these are the best ones I've tried yet. I'm going to be honest, these are the best I've tried yet. Just got to fix these. Fix that, and I'll show you my new ones someday.